I don't think we met.
Pleasure to meet you, Mateo.
Yeah, you too.
Likewise, man. DJ Superman.
All right,
Yeah,
we
nice
good
to
to go
meet you,
now?
man. Yeah, yeah, you're live. You're live. I'm
All
gonna
right.
get off and you'll be good.
All right. All right, welcome to the Vintage House Radio Show. This is your boy DJ Rocky. I'm remote tonight. I had to do a set. And we are into July. We're doing music is everywhere. House music is always love. And I have the privilege tonight to interview to bring on somebody I've known for 20 years plus, who is, I won't even just say because he's not just a house music DJ. He is a DJ. He makes it happen on every level and every genre. He is Chicago born, I think born.
Yes,
Nevertheless,
sir. Yes, sir.
He's
Cook County,
Chicago
baby.
raised.
Cook
He's
County.
Chicago raised more than
Come
anything
on, Cook
else.
County.
But
I was born in Cook County. Cook County
okay,
Hospital. Yeah, so yeah, Chicago
and
born.
but he, like Mr. LeBron James, took his talents other places. So it is a pleasure. Welcome, my brother. His name is DJ Superman. Welcome to the show, brother. It is an absolute honor to talk to you tonight.
Likewise, my brother. How you doing?
All right, so let's get into DJ Superman. So, um, if you can give me a synopsis of how DJ Superman came to be, and how the house music side has touched you.
Well, I started back in the 80s, man, where the only thing that was played in the club was house music. So late 80s, man, my first residency was the Flight Zone in on the west side. Uh back in those factory Flight Zone West Side days, you know. Um, I'm gonna say what inspired me, man, was I was just talking to my boy. Like I used to watch Beat Street and all that. I used to see the DJs go crazy on there and everything. But you know, Chicago was founded on house music. You know, in the club, you couldn't even play like hip hop in some clubs, man, back in the days when I started. That was unheard of. So, you know, playing house music was always my thing. I absolutely love I have so much love for where I started because I didn't know how to play hip hop until like the like late 90s. House it was always my thing. The holding them blings, you know, being able to, you know, get on. I'm not. I started on Gemini belt drives. I didn't have luxury of having techniques, man. I didn't have the kind of money, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, oh man, I started on techniques. Man, you ain't had that kind of money growing up, bro. Come on now, man. You know, to me, you ain't had no pair of techniques in the crib. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like if man, for the first time, man, I can honestly say, man, house music was my start.
Okay,
That's why I
okay.
started. I started making
So,
tracks as early as I started DJing.
so who are some of the people around you that introduced you to it? I mean, it's we all have certain people where you know like I listened to Farley, or I listened to Kitty Jason, or I listened to so and so back in the day, or I listened to Ronnie or Frankie, da da da. Da. I mean, who were the early interests that when you went somewhere, you're like, oh, okay, this is house music, and
My
what they
early
doing is hot.
interest, early interest was BMX, bro. Back in the day, man, that's all we had, you know. I used to go to Da Vinci Mountain, the parties and stuff like that. Now I'm from the west side of Chicago. And when was partying back then, that's all they played, man. You know, it wasn't
Right.
no like you going to the club, man. That's it. That's all we had, man. So my early, I'm gonna say Farley was definitely one. Farley was definitely one of the first pioneers that I really kind of mimicked my style. Because Farley used to play that joint back in the day. You know what I'm saying? He was not playing soft stuff, man. Acid tracks and stuff like that back then. You know, acid tracks was like was man. I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
man. You know, you know Kenny Jason. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
And the
yeah.
Onyx 5 and all that. And we talk about BMX days before V103. We talking about the real WBMX. If you
Absolutely.
if you were is our age and you know maybe a little bit younger than us, but that's what we had. We had BMX. BMX
Okay.
was the pie. You know, Friday night. Come on, man. Friday Night Live. Ain't no job.
That's right. You see?
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Yeah.
So I
So
mean,
that's
okay. So um, how does how does it how does the name Superman come into effect on this?
okay. Everybody asks me about my name. I'm gonna tell you where it come from. Okay. My original name was Jazz, DJ Jazz, Jaz. I went by that name for years before I changed it. I didn't change my name to like 2007 when I lost my mom.
Okay.
So my mother, she took me to see every Superman movie that was out back in those days. I remember back in the 70s. And you know, we we had the visuals, you know what I'm saying? And I used to think I was him. I used to jump off stuff, used to put a towel around my neck, used to think I was fly. So that's where the name came. My mom used to buy me a lot of Superman stuff. She knew I loved it. So you know what I'm saying? My name comes from that. But Jazz was my original name from Jason. I broke the O
Okay.
and took the O in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so my
I mean,
original
it's
name
nice
is
to know. I
Jazz.
mean, because again, I mean, with I think almost everybody started out with a different name.
Yeah,
Because I know I was not DJ Rocky Floyd, so it was, and just the progression of the way, you know, each one of us developed that it has to, it takes on a growth. When it takes on a growth, you always want to, start new and create a different path so people can know you for different things. And so yeah, I get it. I mean, and the fact that you're really honoring your mom with this name is that's really impactful, brother. That really is. So yeah, that's
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 where it
that's
comes
good.
from. Everybody who wanted to know, Superman came from my mother. My mother used to take me to see the movies all the time. Of course, I was biking in the time. My bike name, my ride name in the bike world is Superman. I've been riding over 20 years, so
Okay.
that's what the whole thing. My club started calling me Superman. They didn't call me DJ Jazz. They called me by and I've been clubbing for over 25 years. So going back to the beginning, that's how it started.
Okay. So uh, now that you have planted yourself in Vegas, let's talk about the Chicago background. So tell me about the places that you served as a resident at in Chicago, and
Uh,
how how that developed into wanting to do other things besides Chicago.
Well, like I said, my very first residency, a lot of y'all don't know. My very first residency was the Flight Zone. Kevin McSwain heard me. He couldn't believe that I played so well. As a person that, I had no name, stuff like that. I come out the blue. And I came for they was looking for DJs for the Flight Zone at the time, and they wanted a new sound. I came in with stuff people didn't have. You know what I'm saying? I came in with music people wasn't playing. So I was an import guy. I used to buy a lot of imports back in the day, and I shopped
Hmm.
at Gramophone heavy. I was always in Gramophone, and everybody know if you a real DJ, everybody know Gramophone had the imports for your ass. And if you couldn't
Hmm.
get it from nowhere, you could get it from them. I also shopped at Hip House over in the Brickyard. I also shopped at Hot Jams. I shopped at the Loop. Yeah, so I played vinyl first. When you guys see me on controllers and you don't see me wearing headphones, you got to think of where I come from. I come from the vinyl days, and I'm also a producer. I know how to read a wave file. So you know what I'm saying. One of the reasons why I don't wear headphones, and I got that no headphones wearing, that's a DJ. His name was DJ Andres. He used to work at Hot Jams, and every time he would distribute or show me new music, he would DJ and blend them with no headphones. This was vinyl. He'll turn the beat down, catch the toot toot, and then while he's talking, he'd be blending with no headphones. That's what made me say, I'm gonna learn how to do that. So I've
Okay.
been practicing on vinyl before I had even started DJing well, all I gotta do is see the beginning. I mean, the rest of the thing is purely by my ears. Um, so when I first kicked off into that first residency, that's I had to make a name for myself. I was going by jazz and all that stuff. So from there, I started doing LGBTQ community. Been doing them for a long time, if you guys know. Um, so I started with uh my first gig was something wonderful or something. I think it was called something wonderful back in the day, and that was the first uh club I DJ'd at, 21 and up club that I DJ'd at. Uh, Later on, moving from there, and this we're talking about playing only house music. Okay, there was no hip hop being played in those days back in the club. So we started at something wonderful. It was on like Wabash or something like that, or like Michigan or something like that. It was like right off the corner, and then we went from there. I think my uncle Craig and Kenny, KC Productions, is the ones who took me to a lot of my new spots. Um, After that, I had a residency wherever they were at. I was with them. So Flight Zone is closed. So I'm doing the KC production parties. Later on, and this is like Cotton Club. I will name some clubs y'all have forgot about. Okay. There was a club on Chicago Avenue. It used to be called Baja Beach Club. But
Mm-hmm.
before that, it was called something else. So I'm looking at what was the name of the club? I know it was Baja Beach Club, and before that it was Comfort Zone. Okay, so
Okay.
I was at the Comfort Zone. We were doing a Comfort Zone for a while over in Chicago, and then we moved to the Cotton Club. And after the Cotton Club, we just kind of moved to the South Side, to east of the Rhine, and all that. And yeah, something wonderful. That was on. It was inside of a hotel on off of Michigan, right off of Roosevelt. It's inside of a hotel. I just can't remember the name of the I think I want to say it was a Clarion Hotel or something like that.
Okay.
But my uncle's number used to throw the
That was right
parties
at the
at there.
corner, right?
Yes,
It was
yes,
right at
right
the
on the
corner.
corner, right on the
Yeah, it was
corner.
like
And you can
it's like
actually
I think
see
it's
inside of it from the outside.
yeah, it's a like 1165 or 1164, 1166. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
Right, right. It
right at
was
the corner. I know exactly where it
that's
is. Yeah,
exactly where it was. That's and that address is valid.
yeah, right. I
So
mean, literally, right. That's where the park started at, right there, right across. Yeah, I know
it
exactly
was
what
a
you're talking
it
about.
was a
Yeah,
kind of a pit setup. It was a pit
yep.
setup because it was kind of like when you came in, you have to kind of go down into the pit
Some
type of deal.
stairs.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
the DJ booth was elevated. Back in the day, DJ booth was not level with the club. Everything was in the air. So that was one of the places that had the DJ booth sit right in the middle of the dance floor, and you danced around it. And of course, I played the generator. I played uh Augies and CKs. I played one time, and like you have to know the bounds of what that is and stuff like that, and what kind of club it was and everything back in those days. That's why I met Phyllis Hyman.
man, you bringing up
God
some
rest her
clubs
soul.
that. Ooh, Lord, you bring Cotton
I've been
Club.
around
Oh
a
my
long
God. Ooh.
time, man. I've been around a long time. Cotton Club, we were doing Sundays at the Cotton Club. And when we were doing Sundays at the Cotton Club wanted to give us more nights. So of course, more nights, more money. Hell, yeah, no problem. Craig used to throw me in anything that he could. And then I went from the club scenes to bigger scenes, like Gay Pride, doing the Gay Pride like events. And that was like see everybody know Pride for the parade. See, Pride wasn't always a parade based thing. It was actually a thing they used to do on the rocks. That's like they call it on the rocks, but it's like a big hill. They used to have every like off of Belmont and Lakeshore Drive, or whatever. They used to have right by this hill that was right there. We used to have parties for Pride right there, have stage and everything. I got pictures to prove it. That must have been hundreds of thousands of people, and me and my uncle Fred was the only two DJs. We had a show with drag entertainment and stuff like that with like Flame Monroe back in those days. Flame the
Yeah.
guy, a famous comedian. We also had Tasha Thomas, God rest her soul. it was just so much history in that type of deal. And then after that, I got into ballroom. Okay, I started making voguing tracks and stuff for people, doing productions and stuff like that. So the voguing, I started getting to the voguing part of house, which is a little more East Coast type of bass, but it was all the same kind of concept. A little more techno feel, a little bit, but most of the time that I played this type of music was from like early 2000s and stuff like that when I started doing Vogue and stuff like that. I think I started like in 90, I want to say like 96, my first Vogue track. I had a old school, uh, I want to say it was a Hewitt Packard, old school hoop with the box monitor and stuff like that. And I had Fruity Loops. Fruity Loops was Cakewalk was actually the first thing I started using because I was producing with Bernard Beatty in the beginning of my producing time. Bernard Beatty is the one who made Wonder Woman. He made a host of a lot of things. So I definitely got to give my producing life, the start of my producing life, to him because he's the one that kind of helped me be able to use more tracks and using the Planet Fat and all that. If you guys are producers, you know what I'm talking about. Planet Fat was one of the hardest hitting beat machines you could have back in those days. But yeah, I'm started from there, then residency with KC Productions. We kind of everywhere. The Taste Entertainment Center, Jeffrey Pub came down the line. Before Jamal had it, there was another guy named Sean had it, and I started with them when Sean decided to go a different route. I left the pub for a while, and when Jamal bought it, I came back. I had a residency at the pub. If you want to put it all together, over 20, I think like 23 years actually.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So now we need to touch on ghetto DJs. So tell me about tell me. I mean, tell everybody what ghetto DJs. Well, I mean, I've had Titan on before, so I mean, we I like getting the different. I actually call y'all the Wu-Tang House Clan. So because it's just so many of y'all that has different pieces that make a difference into what it was. So tell me your ghetto DJ. So
Okay, so I became a part of the Ghetto DJs after I had my motorcycle. I was about 2008 is when I started. Um, I knew Traxman, I knew Ray, I knew them from just being out or whatever the case is, Jam and Drill. I mean, I played with these guys. These are good friends of mine. So what made me walk up and I'm like, man, why y'all ain't never asked me to become a part of y'all? And I'm, man, I'm born and raised West Side, and and just so y'all know, y'all think ghetto is a word. It's not a word. It's actually an acronym.
right,
Stands for Greatest Enterprise Taken Over. So
that's
that's
right.
why, yeah. So I don't want y'all to think that ghetto mean that we were
It
ghetto.
was never negative
We were
ever.
never, no. And the
Never.
Ghetto DJs picnic is actually coming up, and I will be in Chicago for it. Yes, I will. Um, I got some things going on when I come down, and August 31st, I'll be in Chicago playing quite a few places. So if you guys are following me on Instagram or Facebook, just look for the posts. There'll be a lot of stuff going on that weekend. But the Ghetto DJ, I felt they were one of the best group of DJs that I could ever meet. Like I just you got DJ Rock, you got DJ Jermaine, which is my cousin. Uh you got DJ X-Ray, DJ Traxman, Hayden Davis. These are man, you guys, if you guys hear these names, and you know who I'm talking about, then that means that you know the history of ghetto DJ. We have a lot of hitters in the club, and it
Oh
was an
yeah, that's
honor
why I
for
said I
me
call
to
y'all the
just
Wu
become a
Tang
part
Clan,
of it.
bro. Y'all have. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a plethora of it's a plethora of talented DJs. 'Cause I just don't want to say DJs. It's a plethora of talented DJs, and everybody. I can actually say from the people that I've listened to, because I can't say I listen to them all, but I know for
Uh-huh.
sure I've listened to a majority of them, and these brothers, nobody plays the same. Everybody brings a different
a different
talent to
flavor.
it. It's really a
Hmm.
gumbo of talent. So yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I hear those guys, man. I'm just so proud to say that I'm part of them, man. You know, every group have a beef or whatever going on. I still go. I don't give a damn what they talking about. I'm still family. I still love y'all, man. Ain't nothing gonna ever change that, man. I don't give a damn. I'm ghetto for life. I still play my drop out here in Vegas. Vegas, no. I'm a thug out here. Don't play with me. I'm a pure D thug out here. They know I'm from Chicago. I represent Chicago. Every time I drop DJ Superman, trust and believe Chicago is a part of that. So I
That's
took it.
cool, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
we,
I
no
take it
matter where
very
we get,
serious.
you know what they say. You can take the person out of Chicago. You can't take the Chicago out that person ever. If you live Chicago, you lived house music or any type of genre of music that came out of this city, no matter where you went, it's always prevalent on who you are and where you from. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh
I
yeah.
agree.
Um. So so let me let me ask. No. So here, this is where I turn into the Geraldo Rivera, where we create the controversy here.
Let's
So
go.
um, I think over the last 15 to 20 years, Chicago, I won't say has gotten a bad rap on house music. I don't think where from where we started at in the 80s, where we were the forefront and we were the decision makers on where the music is going. This is what we're doing. Everybody follow. I think a lot of times now, because a lot of the other places that play house music, that represent house music, they've stepped up. And again, this is not to knock anybody, not to knock York, not to knock Germany, not to knock South Africa, not to knock any of these other locations, because I think when it was presented, they loved it. They grabbed onto it and they started to make their mark. Chicago has a long, deep, indelible mark on house music because this is where it started at. However, I think personally, for me, again, and this is not for anybody else to either agree or disagree. I just think that at some point in time, I think we got stagnant. And I
Oh,
think that we got very comfortable because we knew that y'all didn't start this, but I don't think we took the challenge on to make it better or to
that's
improve on it.
crazy. That's crazy too.
But and again, with the talent of DJs that we have here, to be and there is not another. You could put 3, 4 different cities together, and they still don't touch us at
Not
all,
at all.
talent wise.
Not at all.
Talent wise, but I don't think that we've kept the torch as bright as it should be. So tell me how you. I mean, do you feel that type of way, or how do you view it?
Okay, right now, my personal first of all, I just want to say I'm so happy that we do have the chosen few still keeping it alive. But it's too many DJs than just them that are on the same platform, same type of deal. And I don't want something that I learned 30 plus years ago to just disappear. All you hear is, oh, the chosen few this, chosen few that. There are way, 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 way more producers than Terry Hunter, than Wayne Williams, and they don't get the recognition that they deserve, and they have very, very good music. Like if you okay, let's take this for instance. I don't know why this camera keeps buzzing in the iPad, Apple, whatever. Okay, so let's just start with the chosen few, that picture that just passed. Even people who really don't enjoy house music like we do, even more people that don't like know house like we do, they come and support. So that's love for Chicago. Chicago still gets that praise and that love because of the chosen few. Thank God they are still going on this long, this strong. I mean, I seen the turnout. It just was amazing. And they don't they don't get the recognition they deserve. And they are really doing everything they can to keep house moving in Chicago. Like house here in Vegas, it's not the same. They think techno, that what things that we call techno is house music. They say, we're gonna play some house music. When I play some, they're looking at me, that's house music. Yes. Oh no, that's underground. No, this is house. Don't get it twisted because you got a personal opinion about something. I'm from Chicago. I've gotten into whole arguments with people out here that think they know house music. They really don't know. Like I started in those times. Bro. I started when you couldn't play anything but house, disco and stuff like that in the club, and constantly keep telling me techno is house. It gets under my skin. And these are seasoned DJs. These are people who been out. Listen, since I've been here in Vegas, one thing I have learned is that you're going to meet a lot of people who think they know Chicago. They think juke is house. That's all that y'all house music is juke music. No, that's juke music. It has its own genre. It is not house. Okay, just like disco has its own genre. It's not house. House music is house music. Ghetto house music is ghetto house music. There's different genres in house music itself, but everybody think that everything that's house is to say, "Hey, Miss Lori, uh, uh, it is not. We come from different genres of house music, not just house music." And the biggest misconception that people have is they think that uh, 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 some of this stuff isn't house music. This is considered house music. But you guys, please think about everything that it comes down to when it comes down to Chicago house music. Think outside of the box. Don't continue to think that what we are listening to, what we are playing, what these DJs out here are playing, that it's not house. It's just a different genre of house. Okay. So respect it all.
Oh, it's a child of house, but it's not the original. Absolutely not.
Exactly.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah, absolutely. What do you hold on.
Uh-huh. Be patient with my brother. He is at
Oh
another
Lord, yeah, okay, there
spot.
we go. I had to get this
Yes,
right.
sir.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, you know, we've gone through progressions and developments of house, and you're right. You know, we have the. I mean, we built the foundation, and we set the tone, and you know, a lot of these other places where, uh, you know, these other cities where they started developing their own, I would say, brand of the original. You know, somebody started with Levi, and then we had Lee Jean. You know what I'm saying? But so there's a core, and that core comes from us. Absolutely. What do you uh, what do you attribute to the different genres? I mean, when I say attribute to it, so you know, like for example, almost all the '80s, early '90s, we were because we were at the forefront. We had all the venues. You know what I mean? Saying we were at
Yeah.
the hotels downtown.
Yes.
We had
Bismarck.
different. Uh,
Bismarck, baby.
yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely, man. I mean,
Bismarck.
we had it all. Seriously. I mean, I can even remember. Well, the party that was supposed to be at McCormick Place. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Right. I
we
remember
had
that.
those venues, and then
Mhm.
in the early '90s, it faded. You know, now all of a sudden we starting to pop up at lounges. So, and if anybody on here that doesn't know, if you're not from Chicago, you probably don't know this. Lounges and bars and clubs are three different things.
Right.
So, clubs, you pay to get in.
Right.
Clubs are the hype of what's going on a Saturday night.
Right.
That's a club. A
Right.
bar may charge depending on what talent is coming that night. So
Right.
there's the option of getting that money for bringing in, let's say, a Louis Vega or whatever. A lounge doesn't charge to get in. It is free to get in. Everybody can come and go as they please, and it's a little different than the other two. So we migrated into lounges. They started taking our music off the radio. You know, BMX turned into V103.
Huh.
The only thing that was going at that time was B96.
Yep.
GCI even took it off the radio. So
Yep, sure did.
we lost it. And this is where I give ghetto house music its pub, because during that whole time of when we started to die off of what was called mainstream house or underground house or however you wanted to put it at, ghetto house came right up in and danced us from mid 90s to 2000s.
Yeah.
And then when 2000s came,
That's that pass the
and
toilet paper and
yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
exactly.
Woo!
The Out Here Brothers and stuff like
Percolator.
that.
No,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
when was it what record label was that? Casual? I know Cashmere's Ruckus was getting real
Yeah,
heavy back in those days,
yeah,
and it just like we was getting all this like Jam and Jurl and the Wax Master and
yeah.
the just I mean, man, I could name so many. DJ Dion, man, DJ Rest
Sluggo,
in
all
Peace,
of them.
DJ Sluggo, all those guys were picking those ghetto house tracks. And
Yep.
we were still playing them joints. Like, man, and they was like, first of all, y'all want to talk about hip hop going crazy, man. I remember when house went crazy.
Yes. Yes.
Man, house music had went like bananas back in those days. And for somebody who like grew with the times, like at the end of the day, man, we didn't have the luxury of having Apple Music and all of this. Man, we had to go buy them records, man. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It wasn't no downloading. This is what
Oh
separates
no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
real
Oh wait a minute.
DJs
On a
from
Friday, no wait.
the
On a Friday night, we hit and record on the radio because
man.
we put a cassette tape in and recorded that mix,
I need
and
to
now we
get
got
that
that
mix
tape.
because I need to go play it. Look, man, put these on. I need this. Get the headphones. Get your Walkman. Hey, man, I need this track right here. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying, man?
Yep.
Because you don't know the names. There was no Shazam. All that stuff you guys got right now. These guys have nowadays. We didn't have none of that shit. We
Nope.
had to actually look. Majority of the time, you couldn't get to the DJ booth because the DJ booth was so far away. So
Yep.
it's like, or like I said, it was elevated in the club. So we either had to know the DJ that was playing, and look, thank God for me, I was introducing myself to everybody back in them days. So when somebody played something, people used to cover their little labels up. So no man, man, listen, I used to have a look. Remember back in the day, the little mini tape recorders, they was real small. They was about the
Yep.
size of a phone.
Right.
Bro, I had
Exactly.
one of them, man. I was going up there.
Think hit a click real quick and record it.
Man.
Yep.
And then like, man. Then they start telling you couldn't bring them into parties no more. Man, listen, bro. I come from a time you had to hustle to get your music.
You
You know
sure
what I'm
did.
saying?
You
Hey
sure
man,
did.
you gotta hustle to get your music, man. And see, you guys have it. You new DJs and wonder why us older DJs got all this. We always talking crazy and stuff like that. Y'all got it made.
Yep.
It was so
It's so many ways to get it. I mean, think about it. You can even download it off YouTube now.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, because
Yeah.
it's like
Because the
that.
only way you're gonna hit, or the only way you're gonna get your song or your music out is by putting it on a platform. If
Yep.
you want your music to be heard, first of all, you got to put it on the platform. I got a few tracks on Spotify. If you Shazam me, it'll pop up or whatever the case is. But a lot of my stuff that I made, a lot of my edits and stuff like that I've done, I'm not gonna call them remixes. They mostly be edits, you know what I'm saying. But a lot of the edits that I've done. I don't put them out because they for me to play. You know what I'm saying? So you may know what the song is that I'm playing, but you don't know what version it is that I'm playing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's like, man, I can't wait to come to Chicago because I got some stuff for y'all that I can't play here. But when I come there, You know what I'm saying? I can do what I want to do. That's the crib. Home is home, man.
Yeah.
And I'm coming up. I'm coming there to. I ain't playing no games. Listen. I'm gonna put it out there right now. That Monday, the 4th, I will be playing at Family Den, Rocky. I just want to let you know. So Family Den, you guys know, all you house heads know Family Den is the spot for house on Monday nights. Big E is gonna be he's the host of the party, and I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? I'm because I don't get a chance to play it here. Because they looking at it like, oh, I don't know what that is. They listen, house is not big here, guys.
Is
A
that
lot of people
Chicago
think it
music
is.
again? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly. They don't even call it, they call it Chicago music. They don't even call it that. You know what I'm saying? But I do have really good friends that's here right now, and we're gonna change that. Okay. Shout out to DJ Alicia. Shout out to G Whip. They live here now. And we gonna make a movement now. Come for we are doing a big event for the Bears versus Raiders weekend here. So we have a few events going on just for Chicago house.
Okay.
For a start. So you know what I'm saying? We try to move the way we can, but we can only get better with support from our own. There's a lot of Chicago people here don't even support. You gotta support us if y'all want us to stick around. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We can't do it by ourselves. We need help from you guys. And
Yeah.
that's anywhere.
There
That's
is no
here,
house music if there's no
Chicago,
dancer.
anywhere. Right.
There is
Dancing
no
ain't
house
house,
music
man.
if there's no dancer.
It's just music.
Absolutely.
It's just
We
music.
just, we'll just be
Not
playing records. That's all we doing.
exactly. All you do is play records.
Absolutely. Support it. Man, for real. Yeah. What do you so we have a lot of issues with nowadays. Again, I always say this: modern technology is a blessing and a curse. You know, back when we started carrying crates and turntables and
Oh my God.
speakers and you know,
That's another reason why we say you got it made. All y'all got to do is throw a little controller and a laptop across y'all shoulder. Y'all be thinking y'all doing something.
I mean, like that's why I said it's a blessing and a curse because
Right.
people that and no offense, people that didn't that couldn't DJ back then because again, this is a
You didn't have
craft. This is
skill.
not
You had to
something.
have
This is
skill.
not this. This is Michael Jordan practicing to shoot basketball. This is what we did. We you played during the week to play on the weekends.
Yeah.
You learn the trade during the
Practice.
week to play on the weekend. Absolutely.
Practice.
You get up Friday morning and go down to gramophone, buy the
Hmm.
records. Friday night, you counting the beats and marking your 115s, 119s,
Hmm.
123s on them.
Hmm.
So that when you go play, you got them all in order because now you got to walk in with two, three crates of 115 to 130 and got to be
30s.
able
Yeah.
to put it out there. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, because of technology, a lot of people who didn't put that effort before, now
Hmm.
because it makes it so accessible and easy to do it now, they've gotten from in front of the DJ booth to behind the DJ booth because now they want to learn the craft.
Right.
And it's easy. It's easy to do this. You know, put a headphone. Hit a button and move on. But
I can't do that. I ain't no button pusher DJ, man. I can't be hitting the Q button 1,000 times to bring the record back. I've always been the hands-on, the jog wheel type of dude,
yeah,
jog wheels and scratch mode type of guy. I can listen, man. You guys that's learning, someday they're gonna take these buttons off these off these what do they call them, of these controllers, and just have, like I tell people, just go if you think I'm playing. Go get on these rings and see what I'm talking about. Go get those Ring 1200s. You know what I'm saying? And turn your buttons off. There's a way you could turn your buttons off on your controller where you don't have to use them. But people are so addicted to tapping that Q button and tapping that
hmm
start stop button repeatedly to go that it's just you guys have got to get out of that practice, DJs. Get out, even you, some of you old school guys. I caught y'all doing it too. Get out of doing that. especially in front of a crowd. Get out of tapping them buttons. Don't use the scratches. And y'all thinking when y'all bumping the track and y'all moving the fader, y'all be thinking y'all that's scratching. No. If you're not touching that jog wheel, you are not scratching. If you are not touching that vinyl record, you are not scratching. Okay. So please stop getting into that habit where y'all feel that if I tap a button and move the fader over, it sounds like a scratch. No, it sounds like you tapping the button and moving the fader over. It don't sound like a scratch because other DJs that are real DJs, we looking at you like, man, get out, bro. Let's stop doing that. Don't do that no more. Don't stop doing that. We are saying that to ourselves. We just didn't tell you. And like if you said, you know what I'm saying, you thinking you had a bomb set because you've been tapping buttons all day and boom, 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 boom. No, 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 no. That sounds stupid. Okay. Learn how to grab that jog wheel and pull that boy back and drop it on the one. Don't stop doing that bumping shit, bro. If you want to be a real DJ, get out of that habit. Get out of that habit. And that goes for new and old. Because y'all get these controllers, these old school to get these controllers, and they get comfortable too. Man, listen, you very seldom see. Only time I hit a cue button is to cue the song up.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You don't hear me bumping cue buttons and stuff like that. I might even like if I drop another track in, because y'all got to realize I'm not just a house DJ. I play hip hop, R&B, reggae, reggaeton. I play bachata. I play everything. Okay, I'm in Vegas. Okay, there is no one genre here. It ain't just trap music and stuff like that. You got to know how to play everything here. Okay, and if you think I'm lying, come out here and think you're gonna do something different. This stuff ain't easy, bro. So learn more music. Stop limiting yourself to reggae, hip hop, and R&B and house. Stop limiting yourself. Get into some rock. Learn more music. Learn these old schools, these original joints. Learn some Duran, some real Duran. Okay. And some real, you know what I'm saying, Hall and Notes. Learn about that other stuff, that non-commercial, that same old, I can't go for that and all that stuff. Learn all these other songs that they were playing back in them days too.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember back in the day, they used to play Duran on BMX. They used to play Duran
Yep.
on GTI. It's just like you guys have got to get out of the same thing everybody else is playing and start thinking of other things that you can play. Get outside your box. Stop limiting yourself to what you hear other folks play because it sounds good for them to play. Think of something that you could play that'll sound good for you to play.
Yep. It's always about creating your path. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, because everybody. I mean, realistically, I mean, come on, we all gonna have the same 6,000 songs.
Of course.
So
Of course.
how do you make yourself different? So what you do is, you do a little research on your music. I mean, you're right. I can't go for that. Okay, that's nice, but can you play Man Eater?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Can you actually look up Hall and
I
Oates
was just talking
and,
about that song. I
yep,
was just talking about this
and give me
song.
something else other than what is called the top 50, the top 100. Show me
Right.
the top 5,000. That's what I want to see. The
Mhm.
top 5,000,
Mhm.
because the top
Yep.
5,000 gonna give you way more music about that artist you playing right now that everybody else knows and can sing along to. So if you give them
So
something else, you'd be surprised sometimes on how they understand and respect the fact that now you building your craft, you digging in your crates, you doing stuff that ain't that everybody else ain't doing, and that's the only way to be different nowadays in the craft, because again, modern technology has given everyone the opportunity to sit there and push a button,
right.
and that's nice. But now, since everybody can push a button, show me how you push the button differently than somebody else.
So
Show me a song that I didn't expect to hear. Give me something. And again, I don't hate on nobody playing anything. If you came up in the hip hop game, I'll respect that. If you came up you came up playing R&B, or you came up in the steppers game, or even better than that, if you came up playing bop music, because nobody talks about Bach. You know
No.
what I'm saying? Because Bach, I grew up on Bach.
Mhm,
You know what I'm saying? I grew up on the blues and jazz. That's what I grew up
mhm.
on. You know what I'm saying? So for people to sit up here now and not know how to play different genres, even though house music is ours, a
Yeah,
lot of the other music is not ours, but we've had some
we have to go
influence in
with the
it in some way,
times.
shape, or form. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, no music does not have no Chicago influence. There's not music. Country music, whatever. It don't matter. We've touched it in some way, shape, or form. But house music was ours,
Mhm.
and that's why I said I think a lot of times we got so complacent with it that we don't do what's necessary for it. So, but again, I give shout out to Terry because Terry's getting Grammy nominations. I give shout out
Yes,
to Steve
Lord.
Hurley
Thank
getting
God. Yes,
Grammy
Lord.
nominations because it's still there. They're making sure
Mhm.
that there's an indelible mark that whatever we started, they look, no, we ain't gone nowhere. We here. So I mean, I give
Nothing
credit where credit
changed.
is due. I just think that a lot of times we have so many other talented producers that are in Chicago or from Chicago. I'm saying like Titan. I think Titan is a
Oh my
monster.
God. Oh man. Titan is, and I'm gonna say this out loud on this show. Titan is a blessing to Chicago House, low
Yeah,
key. And if y'all don't believe it, that's on y'all. Titan is a low key blessing to Chicago House. It
yep,
has brought the original sound back, which is something that we don't have anymore.
yep,
A lot of DJs want to it when they produce, they want to sound Afrobeat because Afrobeat is the new thing that's out, or they want to do Be More Club and stuff like that. I was producing Be More Club in the very early 2000s. It was a part of the house genre I was doing back then. When, of course, well, like I said before, I was DJing for the balls and stuff like that. The ball scene, and that's what they vote to. They vote to Be More Club. So of course, I was making it and playing it. Like my boy DJ Tamil from over there. Listen, that boy can play some house music too. And he's in Jersey. So I mean, his house has grown, but I hate when people try to say that we didn't found it. Okay, house music was found in New York and all that stuff. I wish they would just wash that stuff out of their mouth with soap
yeah.
because house comes from Chicago.
Oh yeah,
Please
absolutely.
believe it. I mean, we've been playing, house music has been getting played in Chicago since the 70s, Jack.
Yep,
When disco, and,
absolutely.
and I want you guys to understand what I mean by it. Disco was considered house music. And why did they call it house music? It wasn't from the club, the warehouse, because the warehouse wasn't even open yet. When they was doing house music back then, you know what they were calling it? Why they were calling it house music? Because the parties, house parties, that
Yep,
was in people's homes, in their
yep,
basements, in their and that's where house music come from. What they were playing in their home back then, what they were playing, you know what I'm saying? That's what house music is. It didn't come, it's not the name did not come from the warehouse. It did not come from them. And a lot of people got that part messed up too. And I hear it for so many people who go around and say, oh, with how they spit about house music and they talk about it. But a lot of them guys ain't from that time. And the guys that's from that time, they were in the scene, but they were kind of like low key in the scene. And then you didn't start hearing about them until later on down the line. Man, like you didn't start hearing about Terry, the chosen few until the chosen few got popular. But when
right.
you were a DJ and you were out in these clubs and you were a real true house head, Terry been playing parties. Andre been playing parties. I mean, them Hatchet Boys were no joke back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go back into that kind of life, and you can't keep on thinking that the only thing that out here that's like I said before, the only thing that's out here is those twos and fews where you got to go around, you have to listen to everybody. Everybody got a sound. Everybody has a sound. Stop limiting yourself to that sound and go and support everyone. Everybody deserves support that's trying to keep something alive, especially my boy Rocky. Rocky has been trying to, And I know this interview about me, but man, I've been look. This is my brother, 20 plus right there. Okay, Rocky been trying to keep house alive for a long time. Lori Branch, she's also a
Yes.
house pioneer icon. You guys only know Tools and Fuse. Ron Carroll, you know what I'm saying? You guys only know the Tools and Fuse because you don't only know about this one type of group of people when there are so many other people that's doing the same thing they doing, just on a smaller level. They deserve the same praise you give them. Keep that in mind, guys, because we can disappear. Y'all know that the life is short. People just dropping, gone. And let's go back to Ron Hardy. Okay, I know Ron Hardy from the YMCA on the West Side days. We could talk some stuff. Okay. When Kevin McSwain, Randy McGaha used to bring him to the West Side, Jack. When Flight One Entertainment used to bring that boy to the West Side, y'all only know part of what's going on. Please, guys, take it upon yourself and learn your true history. Go ask DJs their vision of what they, people who've been out here in that time where it come from, so you can learn just how great these DJs are. You know what I'm saying? Talk to your DJs, man. Look, we like to talk. We enjoy it, Just give your DJs the same type of love and respect you give Mike Dunn, and you give these other DJs that same love. They deserve it. I'm telling you.
Okay. All right. So let's hit this last subject, brother, because
Okay.
I again, when I bring people on, I like to get not only the problem, I want to get the fix.
Okay.
So tell me, if they said, okay, Superman, we're gonna let you decide where house goes tomorrow. You make all this. Oh, say hi to Juicy. Say hi to Juicy. There you go.
Hey, Juicy, how you doing?
All right. So they said we want you to say tomorrow, this is what we're gonna do. Everybody follows automatically. What do you think fixes house music, Chicago wise? Because I mean, I don't care about nobody else's. So.
Stop hating on the next person.
Say what?
Stop hating on the next person.
Okay.
Stop the hate towards other people. That right there, it will fix a lot of the problems. Not 80 from 85 to 90% of the problem is caused by hate.
Yep.
You guys are
Jealousy.
not give you guys are afraid of DJs that know how to DJ. You're so stuck into hearing a certain way, and you guys, the gatekeepers. You know who those? I said I wasn't gonna cuss on here, but y'all know who y'all are. Okay, y'all blackballed me, and y'all know I know. Because y'all know I will play 90% of you gatekeepers under the table. Y'all know it. Because y'all only got that. I don't.
Mhm.
I don't only have house music under my belt. I could play anything to the best of my ability. And I'm a dope DJ, and I have trophies to prove it. And I didn't have to go and put up a fight for them. They were given to me. Okay. I gotta battle this. No, man, listen, man. Battling is hating. So any battles that you do with your people, even if it's a friendly battle, it's still a form of hate.
Yeah.
Just do a party together. It ain't gotta be a battle. And
Right.
stop confusing people with this trash. Because y'all keep coming out here, y'all keep on saying the exact same thing over and over again. I don't like him. I don't like her. Why?
Hey,
What was the
and
reason
can't
for
give
you
you a
not to
reason.
like
They
them?
they can't even give you a reason why they
They don't know why
don't.
they don't like me. You know why they don't like me? You
Right.
know why? I know why y'all
Have,
don't like me. I know why y'all don't like me, because I don't give a damn about what I say. That's why I'm gonna speak my mind every time. Because I know I can back up every word that I say. I don't have to come out here and sugarcoat nothing. I've been producing just as long as 90% of you guys have. I've been producing since the 90s, Jack. It's 2025, man. I've been producing since the 90s. And if you think I'm lying, ask Bernard Bailey. And if you think I'm lying, ask Randy McGaha, ask Kevin McSwain. I have been producing since the 90s. You guys didn't know. You guys think y'all, oh, Superman got these dogs, bro. I've been making tracks since the 90s. I just stopped because you guys wouldn't, you guys weren't in that era of Vogue and all that stuff when I was doing those tracks for the Vogue and kids. I've been doing them since the 90s, man, making Vogue and tracks. I come from that. That's what I come from playing for. And then the hate, the backlash, oh, he must be gay because he DJing for the gay crowd. No, I just know where the money at, which is something that y'all don't look for when y'all looking for recognition. I'm looking for the money.
Preach.
If I'm gonna bring out all these records, and we talking about back in the day, these were records I'm talking about. If I'm bringing out this flight case, these records, man, I'm gonna need my money. These speakers, I'm gonna need
That's
my
right.
money.
That's
And then
right.
when I started being able to play in clubs, and all I had to do was carry records to the club, I used to get on the bus, nigga. I wasn't riding no car. I wasn't driving back then. I ain't always had no whip. I just got blessed to have whip when I started making some money and got older and started learning, my work. But I didn't always have. I used to get on the bus with my records, man, and
Mhm.
go from the west side to the south side to play.
We had
But y'all don't
backpacks
know
that
that,
fit records. We had
man.
backpacks
Listen,
that fit records.
on God,
Absolutely.
on God, and I used to carry 2 crates with me every day on the bus. Wasn't no Uber back then. Wasn't no Uber.
And one of your boys who drive may have drove had something to do. Yeah, I feel
Right.
you.
Oh man, I gotta work tonight, bro. I gotta do because the people that
Yeah,
had cars back in the day, your friends, they had a job. You know what I'm saying? And that was
right.
your job to get to the damn club to work.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, so we gotta wrap this up, brother.
Yes, sir.
We have hit our hour, but you know what? Listen. We okay. I'm gonna somewhere down the line. I need to pull you back in because there's some other topics that we need to talk about. So
Of
and
course.
and to be perfectly honest, I have to do it outside the studio because the
Okay.
studio gives me limitations only because it's going to actually be on 89.3. So
Okay.
you can't do certain things in regards to
Right.
saying certain things. So we're gonna reconvene this somewhere down the line because there's some topics that really need to be discussed. And again, I think a lot of times, and this is no pop at anybody else because everybody don't always don't always unfilter what they say. They
Yeah.
filter a lot of it only because I think again we do too much to try to smooth each other. You know,
Right.
I'm a type person. If you want the truth, don't ask me. So, and
Don't
that's the way
ask
I
me.
work. Right?
Oh
If you
God.
want the truth, you can call me up 365. You know what I'm saying? 24/7. I give it to you.
True. True.
But not everybody works like that. And nope, like I said, no pop at them because people move in different directions, and I respect them moving that direction. So, but yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. Um, once again, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I wanted to make sure I had to reach out to you because again, you take a representation to a whole nother city, and that representation is well deserved. It's well honored, and again, flowers while we're still here is
Thank you,
important,
brother. Thank you
especially
so
when
much,
in
bro.
this community, because you know, ain't none of us no spring chickens no more. We all fall
True.
turkeys. We getting
Yeah.
closer and closer to that
That
end.
that
So
over 50 shit, boy. Definitely tell you.
absolutely. So again, thank you, brother.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
This is Rocky. Wait a minute. Let me state this properly. This is DJ Rocky Floyd on the Vintage House Radio Show. I am, and I don't even think I told you. Tomorrow is my last set
Yeah, you
that
did
I'm
tell me.
playing in public
Right.
as DJ Rocky Floyd. I am hanging it up tomorrow night officially. I will not be doing public appearances anymore ever. So I go from DJ Rocky Floyd next month. I'm just going to be simple, plain Rocky
Rocky
Floyd.
Flow.
So
Right.
again, everybody, thank you. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We had a great guest on. DJ Superman again.
Thank you, family. You guys see he's got a bad connection. He's moving. I don't know what happened to him. Yep. I'm still here, but I do thank you guys for tuning in and learning more about me. I appreciate you, and whenever Rocky comes back on, we can close the show.
Am I back
There
yet?
we
There we
go.
go. Am I back now?
Yeah,
No.
there you
Okay.
go.
All right.
All right.
All right. Vintage House Radio with your boy.
Yeah, he went all the way up that time, y'all. All right, y'all. Salute. Catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good one.